Sit back and relax while I listen to Train Kickers podcast. I'm Dave, and along with my co-hosts Stan and Steve, we're going to take you around the world of miniature wargaming. On tonight's episode, we are finally getting back into recording. I know with holidays and everything like that, the new year, it's kind of put us a little off on being able to get all this done, but now the holidays are done, back to somewhat of a normal workflow. We're trying to get back into our more normal recording schedule. On tonight's episode, the plan for what we're going to go over is we're actually going to do some predictions for the upcoming year. Now, I'll go into a little more detail of this when we start the show proper, but if you're familiar with what they do on D6 Generation, there's going to be a lot of similarities there with some extra twists. For what they do, the fans really kind of got it down to a science, as they say, and I like what they do, so we're going to do the same sort of thing. All right, well, we'll get to the proper thing, and now on to the show. All right, gentlemen, and Dan, I can still tell you're very close to your microphone. All your breathing that hopefully the listeners aren't hearing because I edited it out. How are you guys tonight on this?
I'm doing good.
Now, January 2nd, very beginning of the year.
I'm doing good, and I hate the fact that I have to go back to work tomorrow. Let's be honest.
That sucks.
Happy 2023.
Fucking awful.
The only thing nice is that I don't have to do checks anymore, so I'm not going to write the wrong date on something. So, I mean, that's at least nice. I think I wrote one check last year. I write like a check for Christmas. That's it. No one else gets a check. Nothing else does. No bank statements. No, I don't balance a checkbook. No, it's all on the internet, and I just hope it's right at all times.
Oh no!
Hey, it's always
one way
to
do it. That's one way to.
Now, did either of you do anything cool for the New Year's before we get into?
When you say cool, what you mean?
You probably sat around with your child. Did you do the fake out thing where you make her think it's like midnight, but it's actually like 6:30?
No, but I did for
You should've.
Christmas do something stupid cute. I bought fake snow,
Okay.
and when she woke up, we have a gate still on the stairways, so I the gate is lit, and I put the fake snow around my boots, so it looked like Santa Claus walked in the chimney.
Okay.
And then I rang some bells and I pretended to talk to Santa, and she flipped her shit. It was the cutest thing in the entire world. And then I have a video of her coming down the staircase, and she's just like, you could see her face looking at the feet on the snow prints on the ground, and she's like losing her shit. It was so cute to see. Yeah. So that was something I did. And then I bought a new army for a new game system.
Yeah, which at this time, the first video is not out yet of that. We did record a battle report. That one is going to go up as learning to play the game badly because we made a variety of mistakes, but you can get a basic feel. We're going to do another 1,000-point battle, hopefully maybe this week or so, depending on availability. And we're going to get the rules much more accurate this time.
And I actually read the rules and stuff. They're actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like the fact that your characters characters fight while dying.
Yes.
Which is pretty damn
death.
Awesome. Yeah, fight on death.
Since that's not out yet, the game we're talking about is Conquest.
Oh yeah, sorry, we should have. Yeah, I bought and started building and painting a Dweghome army. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
How about you, Steve? Did you do anything cool for New Year's or the holiday in general?
Besides ruin my sleep schedule, not that much, no. So we go to my uncle's for Christmas, right? And this year we were visited by the Grinch, so that was exciting.
Got
so the
like
Grinch
someone dressed up, or like one of your other uncles is just an asshole.
No. Like someone dressed up. My aunt dressed up, kind of creeped into the house through the front door, looked around, got a bunch of packages. My goddaughter goes running after her, trying to stop her. Runs outside, trying to drag her back in, like, give us back our presents. It was so
like the kids weren't afraid.
No.
Okay. I've seen plenty of videos where they do that, like with the kids, and the kids just run in abject horror.
Oh, my goddaughter. She's in preschool right now, and she just runs right up, starts hitting the Grinch. I'm like, wow, okay. Don't piss her off.
Yeah. Don't piss her off and don't take her gifts. Two very important lessons.
Oh, yeah.
New Year's, we actually went out, which was nice. Christmas did somewhat the normal thing, so nothing too crazy, but a good hopeful start to the year. We're 2 days in; it can't be that bad yet. We'll see how Dan feels next week's recording once he's been back at his job for a week. We'll see if that changes. That sounds like it's going to change. All right, we might as well get into the actual predictions part, discussing a little bit of how all this is going to work. I'll just make a timestamp so I can fix that later. Okay, as I said in the prefacing, if anyone's familiar with the D6 generation, they've been doing this for as long as I listened to them, and I listened to them for years and years. I stopped for a while because essentially they kind of got away from their big main episodes, and now they just kind of do little things here and there, but they still do their predictions. It took them years to kind of put this together, and a lot of it was through what the fans liked and didn't like, and sort of put together a format that I think is really nice. So we're following their basic idea with a few small changes, not too much, but a little bit of some changes here. So what's going to happen is we are going to round robin 10 predictions each. Now, for rules, one, there is no particular rule on what you can predict about. It probably should be self-focused or somewhat hobby-focused or nerd-style something focused, whatever it may be, but it can be outside of that. The one main rule with that is it does have to be quantifiable. So we have to be able to measure if you actually got what you said right or wrong. So if you talk about, say, a movie doing well, you have to tell us, how are you judging? What does well mean? So we want these things to be quantifiable, measurable, so we can judge accuracy. Once you've made your prediction, you can get 1 point for getting your prediction correct. And the other two hosts are going to essentially agree or disagree with your predictions. All right, and we are back after Dan hit something on his phone, started playing music, so I paused that real fast, so it might have cut a little weird there. All right, so person makes their predictions. The two other hosts can agree or disagree. If both hosts agree, you have the option to up your prediction. So the reason you would do this, you get 1 point for being correct, and you get 1 point for every other host who disagreed with you, everyone else who thought it was wrong. So if you say something and the other two disagree, and it works out to be true, what you said was right, you get 3 points. That's the maximum you can be. So it pays to get people to disagree. So if everyone agrees, you can up it until either you don't want to or anyone disagrees. As soon as one person disagrees, you can't try to go up anymore. If your prediction is wrong, just the guesser, then they get -1 point. The other two that are agreeing or disagreeing cannot gain or lose points, or sorry, I should say, cannot lose points off of being wrong. They can gain points for being right, but they cannot lose points for being wrong. Only the one who makes the predictions. So it's it. Others, like I said, you get 1 point for being right. So the predictor gets a point for being right, additional point for everyone who disagrees and loses a point for being wrong. The other two get a point if they're correct. All the information has to be based off of public knowledge. It can't be anything that you know. Like Steve works part-time in a game store. If he had some sort of special privied information, he couldn't use that, of course, or anything like that. At the end, the other thing we're going to add, and so this is the extra bit that they don't do. I'm going to make a Google form of all of our predictions. I'm going to put that out the same day that the episode comes out. The hope is that the episode will be out in about 2 days from now, so about the 4th or so of January. I'm going to put it out on the YouTube. I'll put a link there, and there'll also be a link on our Facebook. For that form, you can go through and say if you would agree with our predictions. So there'll be all 10 of each of our predictions. There'll be a bubble that you can click which ones you agree with. And we're also going to get 1 point for if the fans, as an average, disagree with us. So for predicting, you can get points for even the fans disagreeing, thinking that there's no way that's going to happen. There'll be a few other things on the form. One of the other spots will be just about future ideas, anything like that. We're also going to have a spot related to if you want to make a prediction. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to aggregate the information together and see if there's some predictions that seem common. If everyone says something different, I can't work with that. But I'm thinking if enough people do it, we might actually see the same thing start showing up. And then there'll be one more question on that Google form, and this will be our tiebreaker. And that's at the end, who you think should win. So in other words, who you predict, and we do the same tiebreaker, who we predict will actually win this. And that can be worth as a tiebreaker. So that is the overall breakdown of what's going to happen. Like I said, it's the first time we've done it, but I like the idea overall. So with all that having been said, now I know where the end of the rules are. So I can make my timestamps, because there won't be many timestamps in this. I'm not going to timestamp each of ours. Maybe round robin it. Maybe I will. I haven't decided if I want to do that or not, but probably not. If you want to catch back, the Google form will have it all there, so you can literally see all of our predictions. All right. I am first on my list. So I'm going to start first for no better reason than I'm first on my own list, because I'm also the one recording this into a spreadsheet for the moment. So if we find an issue with anyone's predictions, obviously we can discuss that. So like maybe your prediction, we don't think it's quantifiable or some other issue. So we can always have those discussions. So my first one, okay, it's still showing up. Yeah, I don't care about that. That's fine. So my first prediction is that this year in 2023, Atomic Mass Games is coming out with a game called Shatterpoint, Star Wars Shatterpoint.
Okay.
It is a skirmish level miniatures game, very much for what we know so far, very much in the style of Marvel Crisis Protocol. My prediction is that this will be the number 3 miniature game at the end of the year as ranked by the IVC2. For anyone who doesn't know, the IVC2 is the essentially the I had it pulled up before what it stands for. It's the trade magazine for people who actually work in the industry. For our purposes, that's sort of the best resource to use because they aggregate it, all that stuff together. And they are pretty much the ones who go through and pull information from everywhere. It's the insiders. Insider, what's actually stand for? I can't remember now. I had it the other week, and we were supposed to record then, and we didn't. So now I forget what it stands for. But it is the main thing that actually does all this. Okay, it's the online trade magazine that covers all of it. So that's actually what I'm going off of. That is my prediction. So so out of curiosity, if you're curious, for the previous years, it was Warhammer, and let me see if I can pull up top miniatures games real fast.
And you said top 3.
Top 3. I'm saying it's first year out. It's going to hit the top 3. So that's in terms of sales. So we're talking about how much it sells. Yep.
By sales, I could see it.
Because that's the main thing that the IVC2 does.
I'll take the first. I'm going to say no.
So I'll tell you right now what the top 5 were. So this is their top non-collectible miniatures lines as of spring 2022. So I'm saying essentially by the end of year. And remember, it's supposed to drop about mid-year. So they do this quarterly, and we can look at it in that terms. So Warhammer was first. WizKids Marvelous Miniatures was second. Reaper Bones is third. Age of Sigmar is fourth. And Legion was fifth. So I'm saying when they publish the end year numbers, we're going to see that sitting in the third spot for the end of year numbers.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
And the reason is, this is the same company that does MCP, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. The reason I'm going to say no is because they're already dipping into a game or a market that has a Star Wars skirmish game, right?
Not exactly.
Made by the same Marvel company.
Well, it's not. I shouldn't call it a skirmish game. The other one's a little bit bigger, but
yes,
because you have tanks and stuff. But I think because it's going to dip too far into it, I think you'll see a spike in the first quarter. Probably a spike in
coming out probably second quarter. I believe the release is second to third quarter.
You'll see a spike second quarter, but I don't think it's going to be enough sales to justify it to be the top 3. Top 5, I'll give you top 5. But top 3,
All right.
I think it's going to be 4. There's a reason why, by the way. I think it's not going to be top 3. There are a couple of my predictions kind of come that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, do you agree or disagree?
The question is, do I agree specifically to deny you a point?
Well, so that is a particular thing. But I lose a point if I'm wrong anyway.
No, but I'm thinking about it, right? And I don't think it's going to happen because when X-Wing was huge, it hit number 2, right? I think on that index.
Yes, it did. There was years when X-Wing was number 1.
Okay, right, right, like 6th edition,
X-Wing has been number 1.
Yeah. The problem is Shatterpoint isn't going to have that just buy off the shelf and play factor because it's not pre-painted. And you're not going to require enough game pieces at one time to have the volume of something, the volume of sales, right? Because like, you're going to get one Anakin, maybe 2 clones, and that's like your roster basically, right? Like Marvel Crisis Protocol style. If MCP isn't currently up there with its huge catalog of stuff, I don't think Shatterpoint's going to make it. Not the top 3. Not by volume of sales.
Actually, and as a really quick point to add to that, I know MCP has some really interesting ways to get you to buy more. Because I was talking about this with, was it Brian? I want to say it was Brian. And he was mentioning how he started off with X-Men. But then some of those X-Men can also be played in another type.
There's other affiliations.
Or affiliation, right? But then that affiliation can also be played with other affiliations. So it's kind of you slowly growing. And then, of course, they can be played with the Avengers. So you might as well pick up the Avengers. So it's kind of funny. But I think, I don't know, I don't
But here's the thing. You're buying each of those things only once and only if it interests you.
Yeah.
You're not going to buy 4 copies of Logan because you love Logan so much.
No, you guys both agree. That's fine. Yeah. I think I think the Star Wars name is going to carry it exceedingly far. But we shall see. All right. Steve is next on my list. So they both disagreed, so I'm not marking their spots. Like I said, in the Google form, and I'm going to keep the form open for probably a little over 2 months is the plan. Because obviously if it gets super far in the year, then you might have additional knowledge. But probably for about 2 months for people. Steve is next on my list. So what is your first prediction, Steve?
All right. So I started a little small here.
That's fine.
It's going to hit very close to home. I think that Dan will add 1,000 or more points to his sisters and/or Custodes this year.
You son of a bitch! You just took one of my.
And yes, an illegal Thunderhawk does count towards that total.
Oh, you prick! You fucking prick! Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. So 1,000 points. So you're doing points here. Now hold on.
He's going off the points.
40K or 30K?
Ooh, good clarification because the points are different.
All right, I'll make it harder for myself. It has to satisfy both.
Oh,
because I know lots of things aren't legal or are vastly different points wise.
Okay,
it has to hit both.
I'm gonna agree, but because it matches, not exactly, but something I'm gonna say on my thing. But I'm gonna agree.
So for the moment, I'm agreeing as well. I think you could have went a lot higher, and Dan still would have done it.
No, there's a reason why.
True.
That's fine.
Watch what I'm going to do.
All right.
I wish you could see my computer.
We're going to see it shortly. Calm down. All right. Steve, you can up it if you want. Because right now, we all agree with you. We think Dan's going to do this. Would you like to put
It includes the Thunderhawk. That's what makes it. It includes the Thunderhawk is the thing.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm also agreeing. Take away the Thunderhawk. Because Thunderhawk is how many points? 600?
Something like that.
I think it's 8.
Oh my G.
At one point it was 800. I know that. In 40K, it's like probably like 1,500 or something like that. Like it's obscene 40K. Yeah. I know that.
So Dan told you if you remove the Thunderhawk, he'd disagree with you.
I know.
You don't have to up it. You can keep with what you got. But right now, we both agree with you.
You know what? Start small. Start small. Easy points. I'll take it.
Okay.
Easy point. Okay. At least get one on the board.
All right. So Dan will add 1,000 plus points to Sisters or Custodes by 30K or 40K standards. Thunderhawk counts. Okay. So I have that written down. Dan, to your first prediction.
I'm not even going to do my list in order because I had to skip around.
That's okay.
But this is to counter Steve. Watch this. I will not buy another Custodes model or Sisters model unless Games Workshop or Forge will release a completely new model or resin kit. Ooh. And resin kit, meaning like Meridian blades.
So it has to be a resin kit.
Oh no! Like when I say resin kit, you know how like they have weapons as resin kits sometimes.
So Dan will only buy a new kit of Custodes if there's a new kit to build.
Yep.
Or
so no more
set.
Custodian Guard, no more Wardens, no more Alaris, no more Virtus Praetor bikes, no Agamatus.
So this is Custodes specifically and not Sisters of Silence? Or does this
no, and Sisters of Silence, and Sisters.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Should I point out that I bought an Ares recently? Not counting the Ares I just bought like maybe 2 weeks ago. Because it's not here. I bought it before the new year. It hasn't arrived yet.
All right, wait. So if they put out a weapon pack, let's say, of something, I don't know this thing they would do. Could you then buy bodies for it? Are you counting that?
That would remove me essentially because I would need bodies for the weapon pack. I don't have bodies.
So you mean literal? If you buy it for what's on the market this minute,
yes.
If you touch anything that's on the market right this minute,
yep.
For the whole rest of the year, you lose.
Yep.
I disagree. You're going to buy something.
Oh, he's absolutely buying something.
Nope, nothing of this category. Nothing of this.
Absolutely.
I bet there's going to be an exemplary battle that doesn't add any new models, but just a new war gear option. And Dan's going to go, shit, I lost the bet.
No, here's what's going to happen.
Buy it and convert it.
Here's what's going to happen. It's going to be December. We're at PAX. It has been the better part of 12 months, 11 maybe at that point, because it's in the beginning of the year. Or sorry, the beginning of that month. Dan's not going to remember any of this. And they have Forge World there.
See, Dave knows me too fucking well.
And he's going to look at some piece of Forge World and be like, you know what? I've been thinking about that, and they have it here. I'm going to get it. That's exactly what's going to happen. So that's the reason I disagree with you, because you're going to buy something there and forget.
Damn it.
He'll be like, yeah, I do need another Cladius, don't I?
But like I said, no, I don't even need a. I have 3 of them with the separated top turret, so that like I can swap out. That's why I said unless they release a new resin kit, which could be a model or weapons, or a completely new model that's not on the market. And again, this is not counting the Ares I just bought.
Yeah, you can't. I'm putting it literally as. Here's a better way. Dan will not buy another Sister Custode model that is available as currently of January 2nd.
Yep.
So anything really talked about brand new after today is legal.
The reason, and this might change your minds, by the way, if you disagree.
No,
with
it won't.
The reason is I have 4 boxes of Custodian troops unopened, and the reason is
that doesn't even
10 of those are going for Solarite Talons, which I have around. I just got to build them. And 10 of those are just sitting there just in case GW pulls some horse shit of here are the resin weapons. Now you need to buy bodies.
No, I'm still not changing it. You're going to buy something. Absolutely. There. Remember, we haven't even seen all the legacy stuff. He's going to
feel the urge to convert a new HQ.
Yep.
In about 2 or 3 months.
No, that
and he's going to go pick up a box of Heteron Guard or Alaris Terminators to make this model. I can already feel it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I disagree.
We have that written down.
Just for the official record, I disagree.
Yep. So in my spreadsheet, I'm just marking pure agreements. So far, there's a lot of blank spots. All right. So for my next one, in order is going to take a little bit of clarification. So here is how I'm totaling things. I'm going to predict a points value worth of models that I'm going to build. Now, the problem is I play way too many systems and points are all different. And that sounds like work. So here's the way I'm going to do it. If the model is a 28 millimeter meant to be taken amounts of, so in other words, troop type thing, or a bunch of them go on a board, like in terms of conquest or anything like that, I'm going to count them as 1 point.
Okay.
If it's a skirmish model or 32 millimeter or bigger, so things like, again, say from conquest, some of their models, like, okay, yeah, you can take a few, but you're not talking about the unit of 20. You're talking about the unit of 3 max kind of things. So if you're skirmish or a 32 mil or bigger, you're going to count as 5. Character models are counting as 5. And vehicles are going to count as 20. Because vehicles, I don't do any sort of slap chop painting.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you've ever done. Yeah.
Nope. So if you're 28 mil or smaller, you're counting as 1 point. 32 mil or like special models, your like one-offs kind of things, big things, skirmish games, all that counting as 5. Characters are 5s, vehicles are 20s. My prediction is that off of that system, I'm going to paint 1,000 points worth of things this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to put out a video.
Tanks, huh?
I don't have tons of tanks. I don't predict painting more than 10. So at this moment, if I were to paint all my conquest, I probably off of this scale have about 150 points worth. I have about 150 models of conquest to paint. Maybe a little bit less, maybe 120 models worth of conquest.
You have any bone gold?
So that's 625
not currently.
points.
No.
No?
That's 120 points.
Yeah.
Oh, points, not models.
Okay. Yeah. No. So the reason I'm doing
points
is because for MCP models, I do a light comic style for those. I'm going to take more time on those naturally, but so those guys I'm going to count as 5 points a dude because they take me a few hours that I'm working on. But my rank and file guys, no, they're 1 each. So if I paint 100 of them, that's 1/10 of what I'm trying to do the whole year.
Must be nice to have paint undead.
Nah, the scheme, the way I'm going to do it's still going to take me time. I do not do fast paint schemes.
I'm going to agree with this.
All right.
I know you.
He's agreeing for now.
No.
I almost disagree with myself. That's still at the end of the day.
It's 1,000. It's 1,000.
But now you have a drive to win.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That's still a minimum of, I would say, 500 models at least.
Which
probably
is
more, even the
doable.
systems.
That's doable.
That's a lot of models in a year. 50 to a minimum 50 to 100 models every month.
I did that in 2 months with my ogres, but that was also COVID quarantine. I was very alone.
Yes. All right. How about you, Steve? I didn't think anyone was going to agree with me on that one. I don't know if I agree with myself.
I'm going to only base. I have to disagree, so it's not all agreement.
I'm fine with that because I didn't want to up that number. I'm not sure I'm going to make it. I'll tell you the truth. Because I look at what I did today when I had the entire day off, and I get nearly as far as I wanted. And this counts things that are not currently painted. If they're mostly done, I'm not counting any of that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I got plenty of bare plastic.
I disagree because that's a lot. If an entire conquest army is only 120 points, I don't think you're making it.
Yeah. I mean, some of the big guys might tally me up a little bit more, but my entire conquest thing is going to be sub 200. And that's and I'm waiting for new stuff to be coming out to even get to that. It's not like I could even paint it now. By the time I'm entirely done with the whole faction.
I think you're highly underestimating how detailed some of the conquest models are.
Then why are you agreeing?
Oh, I'm true. No, but I'm still going to agree. I'm still going to agree.
I don't think you'll get anywhere near it, but I agree with you. What?
No. I'm just saying. I think you're underestimating. You gave them 2 little points, is what I'm saying. I think you would have fit well with them being 2 or 3 points.
They would have been 5 point. They're 5-point models.
No, they're not.
This current scheme. Oh, no. I thought you said
no. The conquest model.
So yes, conquest is technically 32 mil, but if you're meant to be a ranked up large scale unit, so for conquest purposes, if 4 models go on the base, I'm counting you as 1. If a single model goes on the base.
Wait, all 4 models is 1?
Listen, if 4 models can fit on your base, then each of those models is only a single point in my system. Because technically conquest is 32 mil. Yeah. But rank and file, I'm not counting as up. So if you're an individual model, I'll count you as the bigger amount. But if you're 4 to a base, you're 1 point a guy.
Nah, definitely. I'm going to.
So that's why I have over 100 models to paint, and those 100 models are coming out to 120 points right now.
Yep. No, I think you got this.
Okay. I'm not sure I do, but we'll see how it goes. All right, Steve, to your second prediction then.
All right. This is another 30K one. Games Workshop will release Thallax and Castellax in plastic by November.
You don't even want to give yourself the rest of the year.
Nope. November. I'm so sure of the time frame.
You know what?
I'm so confident.
You know what? I'm going...
November 1st?
Like by the point we hit November, it will have been at least announced that the box is coming.
Okay, so not necessarily release. And you'll go to
release in November, not in December for sure. By November, by the end of November, we're going to have them.
Okay.
So, okay, end of November, they'll be in our hands.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Right.
I'll agree with that. Knowing GW and what they've been trying to do, I'll agree.
If you look at the rumor engine, one of the pictures looks a lot like a Thalix thruster.
Yep.
From their
That's
little
exactly
jetpacks.
Only reason I'm agreeing, actually.
I'm gonna agree as well. So if you want points, you're
all right.
gonna have
Up
to
the
push the time
stakes.
frame.
Up the stakes.
Okay.
It's going to be in a battle box set with a theme like the Battle of Mars or something like that, and it's also going to have either breachers or despoiler/assault squad upgrade kits. Or full-on kits.
Okay, that directly goes against what I'm going to say, so I'm going to disagree.
Yeah, now I disagree. I was with you until you put the upgrade kit.
Yep, and actually...
Until that moment, I agreed.
Yep.
Okay. So all races are going... Okay, that's a really spicy one. I do think by end of year, I do think we'll have plastic Mechanicum. I think they'll be in a battle box, yes. I don't know what's going to be on the other side.
It's going to be a 2-faction box. That's what it's going to be. It's be Eldritch Omens, but Mechanicum and Imperial Fists.
You know what? I'll be very happy to be wrong about that, because I would love to see that actually be a thing. All right. Dan, how about your second?
Since you mentioned what I was going to bring up, I'm going to skip around and go to another one that I have later on. Games Workshop will not actually release a Plastic Heresy Assault Marine kit this year.
Ooh.
See, I'm inclined to agree with that.
So, now when you say Plastic Assault Kit, do you mean the box is designed for Heresy and it's a complete kit?
Yes, it could be a complete
bodies
kit or
and weapons.
Bodies and weapons.
Okay.
Or, you know what? I'll up the stakes. Bodies, weapons, or it's in a box of just like plastic. They still do that, right? Like plastic upgrades.
They do, but that makes it easier, I think.
Oh, that makes it easier? Oh, yeah. No, I'll make it harder then. Yeah, no, it's going to be complete bodies.
I disagree. Partly because of one of my predictions for later.
Yep, exactly.
I don't know if I'm going to get any of my predictions, but I tried to make them super spicy.
See, I'd love to get Assault Marines, but I don't think it's happening. I think they keep forgetting
By the way, if you both agreed...
Assault specifically. I think Despoiler is coming out before Assault does. So really quick, I think it's coming.
To make it spicier, if you both agreed, I actually was going to add, it was going to be Mark II. Just to be extra
Don't play with my heart like that. Come on, man.
You were just hoping to lose.
Yeah, I was.
Mark II, it's going to be Mark VI. 3, maybe. I could see 3. Otherwise, it's going to be 6.
It's going to be Mark II Plastic Assault Marines. No, it's great. They're not. I think they are not going to release Plastic Heresy Assault Marines.
I mean, I have to agree because I said based off something I'm going to say later.
You disagree or you agree?
Oh, no, I disagree that they are not happening.
Oh, so you both agree? All right.
No. We disagree. We do not think.
No, Dan thinks.
You said
Dan
will
says
not release.
They're not coming.
Not released.
Okay, I'm.
So we both.
I disagree. I think they will. I think it will come out. Steve, do you think there will be a kit?
I think there won't be. Not for Assault Marines.
Okay, so Steve does agree with you. Both of you think there will not be a kit. Okay. My apologies. Yeah, I forgot the way that you put it. Yeah. I said there will actually be a kit.
And all that fun
double
stuff.
Negatives.
Yeah. Okay.
I am jumping around my list, which is
no. That I don't have it in front of me, so that works fine. As long as it's not in front of me.
No, that's the funny part, though, because you're mentioning stuff that I'm like, this directly contradicts what I predicted.
Yeah. All right. So my third prediction. Now for this third prediction, we're going to look at just the year 2023. As we know, new consoles have been a little bit tough to get. Some of them tougher than others, especially with chip shortages and all of that. At the current moment, the PS5 has been outselling the Xbox Series X. And my prediction is that for the next year, that trend will continue. And the PS5 will sell more than 1 million units above whatever the Xbox sells. Currently, the market share for PlayStation has actually gone down Their market share is 52.7%. Xbox is 47.3%. For sales, there's a lot of good sites to be able to get the sales from. Game Rant has sales.
Okay, but what exclusives does Xbox have that people are really excited for nowadays?
Oh, I have no idea. I have a PS5. I don't need anything else.
I'm looking at it right now, by the way. Fun fact. You said, okay, whoa, you said 1 million, right?
It's going to sell by 1 million. So, just so you know, for last year, according to... Okay, the PS5 up since 2020, it is sold 10.32 million in the US. You know what? Do I want to just do US? Let's just do US. I'm going to make it in US because otherwise I'd have to up the number to like 10 million because some countries just don't go for Xbox in the US. So currently it's exactly 1 million better. Like exactly by 1 million. I'm saying for next year, it will have sold over the course of the year 1 million more units than Xbox will.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with this.
Okay.
I'm going to agree with this because I'm looking at also previous sales of Xbox versus PS4.
Well, I'm talking about just US sales.
No, I know, just the PS5, I know.
Yep.
But it seems like PlayStation 5 has always outsold Xbox.
When you think globally, yes, but I'm doing just US.
US. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to agree with you on this one.
All right. Steve, do you agree or disagree?
I'm also going to agree because
all right. So let's up it then.
Don't think Xbox is good at the moment.
It's completely different.
Part of the problem with this is going to be chip shortages, which is a huge thing. I'll go to 1.5. I'll say it will sell 1.5 million more, which would be a huge amount of production alone just for them to do.
I'm still going to agree at 1.5. If you said 2, that's when I'd start getting worried and disagree. But I'm going to say, I'm still going to agree with you on 1.5.
Did I change your mind with that, Steve, going to that?
Numbers aren't real. I still agree.
Okay. All right. I'm not going any higher because I'm still unsure about that. I don't want to go any higher. All right. I think it's going to be... The reason I think that is just now that chip production is going to start easing across the year, or at least every participation has ease across the year. If that actually happens, I think it could occur. All right, Steve, we are to your third prediction.
All right. Titanicus will see a new Titan release for the Imperium.
Now, so when you say for the Imperium, what is that quantifier ruling out?
That means it is humans, not Xenos.
Okay.
Oh, okay, got it. No, I'm gonna agree. That's an instant agree for me. And when you say new Titan, not a new Knight, right? We're talking Titan class.
Titan
scale.
It has a reactor track.
Okay. I'm agreeing with you.
I'll agree as well. I think
it's a Psi Titan now.
I think we're at a rate of about 1 new a year. So a new Psi Titan.
You think it's gonna be wait? They have a Psi Titan though.
They have the Warlord Psi Titan, but now we have a second Psi Titan.
It's gonna make a second. Oh.
The rules are open-ended enough to allow for another class of Psi Titan.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And
the lore doesn't currently have any that I know of, but we also didn't have War Masters. We didn't have War Masters.
We did not
before.
So here's a clarifying question from me. Does it have to be a new kit? So what I mean by this, let's say next month they put out an exemplary battles thing and they give a Reaver Psi abilities in that exemplary one-off special cool battles thing they do. Will that count?
Yes, because it's a new Titan.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be a physical box. Okay.
I'm going to disagree. That Psi Titan threw me off. I'm going to disagree. It's the Psi Titan that got me.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree as well. I think the fact that it's a Psi Titan, I don't think we're going to see that.
Now, I was going to say, this is not on my list at all. It's not on my list.
Yeah.
If they do release a new Titan, I think it's going to be an Imperator. But that's not even on my list. You don't have to agree with
it. Not a chance.
It's a good thing you're not on my list. We think, because there's not a chance I would ever agree with that. The amount of wrong that is laughable. Well, tell us the next thing actually on your list, Dan, since we both disagree. No side.
Okay. Next thing so now that I have nothing that really matches. All right, Games Workshop will release. Yeah, Games Workshop will release 10th edition this year.
We know that's a fact.
Good. Give us. You're both agreeing. It's going to be back to 7th edition. That's my.
Right? You could have just started with that.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to see you both agree.
Okay.
Hold on, like 7th as in like 7th, 7th, or 7th as in Horus Heresy with reactions?
Horus Heresy with reactions. So you're going to see a weapon skill table, you're going to see initiative, you're going to see ballistic skill, and you're going to see reactions.
So this, I feel, has to quantify well. So
yes.
Are those the characteristics that to you say 7th?
Yep. Because Horus Heresy is essentially 7th with reactions.
So specifically, we're going to see reactions. We're going to see initiative.
I'll leave off reactions.
So tell me exactly what.
I'll leave off reactions. We're going to see initiative. We're going to see.
Because you have to be able to quantify it. Saying it looks like 7th. Yeah, exactly. You have arguments.
We're gonna see initiative.
Yeah.
We're gonna see weapon skill return, and we're gonna see ballistic skill return, like the chart.
Well, because so back to chart form. Okay.
Back to chart form. Yep. I'm not sure about reactions.
So what you're saying is we're going to have another index era of 40K. You put it that way. 40K is going to get reset and have a new wave of index rules.
Yep.
When they did index, did they go back to weapon skill, ballistic skill in 8th, and then later change it?
No, what happened was they got rid of the chart, and then everyone went back to you hit on 2 plus 3 plus 4
okay.
plus.
No, I don't.
The reason was every codex was invalidated because it could not function in the new rule set, which would, I think, be an easier way to quantify whether or not it's that sort of reset.
No, I disagree. I don't think they're going back at all. I do think there's going to be changes. I think for non-bold changes, the amount of stratagems is decreasing greatly. I think there's going to be shared stratagems. I absolutely do think there's going to be reactions in the new edition, but I don't think they're going to go back to weapon skill and ballistic skill charts. I think they actually like what they've done with it, and the new, because new fantasy, new Age of Sigmar didn't do that, and if they get new stuff, because they just got their yearly update, that nothing like that came in all crazy. So no, I don't think you're going to see that.
Okay.
Steve, do you agree that 10th is going to look like that, or is Dan insane?
I'm so on the fence. On the one hand, GW loves to test changes with other game systems.
Yep.
Not do everything.
I don't think Heresy was the test, though. I think Age of Sigmar is the test.
Sigmar was the test to see about, instead of stratagems, having reactions. Because it essentially has reactions.
To an extent, yes.
And then that was taken over to 30K. 30K's test is maintaining or reverting to stats such as initiative. And that sequencing of combat.
But all of them, because just one of them is not going to do it. All of it has to occur.
Agree, right? I don't get points if you agree, right?
No, I don't think it's right.
So Dan, the way it works is you get 1 point for being right, and 1 point for every one of us who said you were wrong.
Okay.
In other words, go ahead.
I don't think. I think Dan's wrong. I think the current codices will be functional in the new format, even if it's a little jank.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yes. So that means, Dan, this question is anywhere for either it's worth -1 because you got it wrong and we both are correct. We both get 1 point. Or if you are right, since we disagree with you, you'll get 3 points. So this is a big swing. You're essentially either getting -1 or you're gaining 3.
Can I downgrade my question?
No. We disagreed. You cannot change it.
Damn it.
Nope. You got to start. You got to come in where you want to come in.
I went too heavy with my bet.
Yeah, you did. The fact that you wanted initiative, I would have agreed with you on initiative, but as soon as you went weapons skill,
that's what I was thinking.
Absolutely not.
All right, we'll see.
But right now, you got a lot of disagreement, so that means if you happen to be right, you're going to gain lots and lots of points. Dan has agreed with the most of anyone for everything. All right, my next one is softball, because I want to hold ourselves to this, is that we're going to film 10 successful. The first one we did was not successful. Battle reports in the new year, and that does mean in person, not over the internet.
10.
10.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh.
That's a little under one a month.
Yep. That's average now.
Okay.
It theoretically could do more than one in a day.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about a battle report means an individual game. But
not constrained to any systems in any game system at all.
I'm not constraining it, no, because I don't like the idea of constraining myself in that way. But like, if it's a game, I'll put it this way: if it's an event day, I don't care how much I film that day; it counts as one.
Oh, because you're counting event days? Yeah, I'll agree with
But
this.
I will never count them as more than one thing.
One, absolutely, yeah.
So, like, if we record, and I don't even know if I plan on recording any events whatsoever. I'll say that now. But if I recorded like the whole day, that's one recording, even if I record 3 separate games.
Exactly. No, I'll agree with this.
You agree with everything.
I will agree with this. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I want to aspire to this, so I'm going to agree as well.
All right. Oh, God. So do I have to go up by more?
Or you can make it more restrictive. Just things to make it more difficult for us.
You did say softball.
I will go with not event days. So in other words, like the 30K group, like the Putnam groups, their events and all, those don't count.
Oh, so these are just okay.
So
this is us going out of our way to make 10
us
reps.
Or what I will say though as a caveat, us or us as a representation. So in other words, like if I play, if we're in Dan's basement, but I'm playing Brett, that would still count. So us as an organization.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
so we go out of our way to make separate days. Yeah, no, I could still see that happening.
Yeah.
All right. Oh God, I'm gonna lose just because of. I thought some of these were tough, but you guys are like, nah, it's fine. Now I'm worried about going more than 10 because I know I still need some equipment to do it well. All right.
I raise the stakes on your suggestion. On your.
I'm listening. If you want to, I'm listening. What would you disagree with?
We will feature at least 3 different game systems in Bat Reps.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
Oh,
I'll say, are you going to disagree with that, Steve?
I'm going to agree because I think that's what.
How's that even up any then? If you still agree,
I will disagree.
Dan will disagree. Okay,
I will disagree on that one.
But it does raise the stakes.
Give me a second. Let me run on. Let me run through my game systems. Hold on.
You don't have to play in them. I
know that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
it's not just me playing them. So the most popular ones we play are what? Horus Heresy, Titanicus. We could do. 40K. I guess we could. We're going to do Conquest
now. Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to do Conquest.
There's a Mordheim campaign.
There is Mordheim. Oh yeah, no. So I'll still agree. Oh no, because we got even Mordheim. I forgot about that. Oh yeah.
No, I'm not coming out. Oh, then you guys are doing that yourselves.
Don't forget, I just started. Yeah, because you said I just picked up some PHR for what's it called? Drop Zone.
Oh, God, go away! No, stop that! I can't.
All right, I'm not going anymore with that because I think it's already getting crazy. I know there's still some equipment I need to get to do this well.
Yeah, I'm agreeing this one. Yeah.
I got to talk to Fonseca because he has done this kind of stuff in the past, so I want to make sure I can do it well. All right, I'm going to lose just because my stuff is popular, but I'm okay with being popular for once in my life. All right, Steve, you're
number 4, right?
Yep, your 4th prediction.
All right. This one I think I'm going to lose both of you guys on.
All right.
We're going to get official rules for using Aeronautica models in Titanicus.
All right. Official rules. So.
Jesus. Okay, damn.
No, I did not say epic. It's still going to.
Say epic.
It will still be Titanicus.
So
with a new unit added.
Here's quantifiable then. Would you count it if they release Epic and Titanicus is part of that Epic, obviously?
Nope, because it's not Titanicus anymore.
Okay. So you're just saying Titanicus with planes.
Yes. It wouldn't be Epic until they had infantry and tanks.
Exactly.
I don't think it's in the pipeline right now, but I could see them going, okay, here's planes. They work like knights, except they have arcs.
I'm going to disagree.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have to as well. So at the current moment, Titanicus, I should say Aeronautica has a Horus Heresy version. I don't think they're going to put it to Titanicus. I think it's more likely they're going to do an Epic 30K style.
That's what I think they're going to do. Yep.
So I'll disagree as well. So Steve's got some spots to get potentially a lot of points.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree.
I might lose that one, but the potential
that might just be wishful hope. That's what we want to see, which I understand completely.
Well, no, I think it's more likely they'll just say, okay, Aeronautica sales are still not where we want them after doing Horus Heresy Aeronautica. So let's roll into Titanicus because that one actually is somewhat stable. That's how I picture that going down.
I'd like to see it because then I would actually get some Aeronautica models, and
they're amazing basing material.
Yeah,
you just take them, build them, smash them.
I've had some. They're really great.
Right. They're actually some really nice kits. It's a shame the game was horribly balanced on launch.
Yeah, now it's a lot better.
All right. We'll see if. So Dan so far has had the spiciest, apparently, predictions. We'll see how this one goes. Apparently, mine have been very mild. But
I'm going to get spicier. Are you ready for this one?
All right.
Yeah. Games Workshop will mention Old World once this year and then never again.
Okay. This goes well in line with one of mine. Defined mention.
They're going to give it, you know what? I'll make it a little better. They're going to mention Old World twice in a Warhammer community article, and that's it.
Okay, so specifically, it'll be mentioned twice this year in a Warhammer community article.
Yeah. By the way, I should say that the stupid weekly recaps don't count, obviously. Like, it'll be mentioned full on.
It will have its own article. So, like the article they did where it's like, hey, we're going to show you some art. That would count.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
But like in the week, you know how like they do the weekly recaps? That doesn't count.
Yeah.
But as soon as they have that second article, then it's over.
No. I'm saying 2. They'll have 2 this year.
2 articles.
Once they have the third, nah. They're not going to have 3.
Yep. But they have to mention it at least twice?
Yep.
Wait, are you saying they'll mention exactly twice? Or
exactly
2 times or less?
Articles.
2 or less. I'll go 2 or less.
Oh, God. Well, the or less makes it far easier to agree with you because I could very well see it be 0.
I can hear the salted cries of many people on Facebook.
Steve, do you agree with that?
I agree because I think it's going to be 0. Because 0
shit.
is 2 or less.
Okay, that made me laugh though.
All right.
I'm lying. They're going to mention it once. Like, don't remember, guys. This is going to happen. I promise. I swear. And nothing's going to happen.
They will mention it. If you want me to make it spicier, Dave, if you're going to agree, I can make it spicier.
Leave it there for a second.
Okay.
I'm looking up Warhammer Community right now and seeing how many times we talked about it last year.
You're like, I didn't even look at Warhammer Community when making this prediction. So actually, I probably should.
I'm trying to identify just soul ones.
I guess
for some reason when I put in I typed in Old World, but I'm getting all kinds of posts.
Yeah, what happens is you get the recaps is the problem.
Well, that
remember
why would
that?
Because they mentioned at the bottom
is a cesspit. It's one of the worst organized websites of all time, with 27 articles a day, and the search function's also terrible.
Yeah, I'm having so far. Well, I'll put it this way: I've scrolled back at this moment to October, and I found one. I know they did at least one more. I am going to disagree, and now later, maybe my next prediction. Actually, I'll switch up the order of my predictions. My next prediction will show you the reason why I'm disagreeing with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I will disagree. What were you going to do if I had agreed? I'm curious.
They're going to mention it specifically when Conquest releases their new faction.
New factions. Okay.
Yep, like, hey guys, remember me?
Because they did this shit. The reason why I say this is they released Old World, the trailer and stuff like that, and the new exactly when Kings of War released their new edition.
All right.
I remember them doing this.
All right. All right. So Steve agreed with that. I disagreed. And here's why I disagreed. I think we're going to get quite a few articles. I really do think we will. But my Old World prediction, and you're both probably going to agree with this, so I don't know how I'll spice it up more, is that there'll be no announcement dates, of course, and no showcases of any models related to Old World at all. So they can do their articles, but they're not going to show any models. Meanwhile, they were supposed to have this game coming out in about a year or maybe 2. I'm going to say they're not going to show a single model at any of their like little event stuff that they do, because they do love showing stuff.
Are you including 3D renders?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Or just physical models, even if they're just prototypes?
Okay.
Like if they print it out and paint it up, then it's a model showcase.
To me, yes, they won't even do that. They won't even print it out.
You know what? I'm going to disagree.
Okay.
I think that one of the Warhammer community articles is going to be a printed like Cathay model or some bullshit to just to satiate. That's not a
satiate.
word.
Yes, that's the word.
Satiate. Oh, it is. Yeah, satiate the hungry crowds.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with my salt and agree. They're not gonna showcase a single physical model. Maybe they'll have a 3D render of a halberd or something, but they're not gonna have anything physically made.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that works then for me. Well, one person disagreed, so it locks it in there. But Steve agreed they'll have nothing. Yeah, I think they'll do articles. I think they'll show you pictures. I think they might even show you like some of what a model is supposed to look like. But they're not actually going to print out a model and paint anything up. I don't feel. They might show some old stuff. They might like show you some Bretonnians they've had lying around for 30 years. But I don't think they're going to do anything new. I really don't.
I think they'll do a Cathay.
Any models they show is going to be all from 7th and 8th edition books.
Yeah.
If they show a model, it's going to be an old picture that you're going to be able to go to a book and find.
Yeah. No, I agree. All right. Steve, that goes to you for your next one.
All right. Number 5, Hasbro / Wizards of the Coast will buy Roll20 as the official D&D online platform.
Wait, say that one more time?
Hasbro / Wizards of the Coast will buy Roll20 as the official D&D online platform.
That's
so nothing about exclusivity. They could still let other game systems be there, but they will just own it.
Yep. And if I need to make it harder, let me know if I do.
I'm already in the disagree, by the way. So hold up on the I don't think they're gonna buy it.
I 100% believe they want to. You know,
I think they want to. I don't think they are. They don't have the money.
Hasbro doesn't have the money. Is that what you said?
Yeah. To be fair,
Hasbro has the money, but not the.
Yeah, Hasbro's name brands have been struggling for a while.
Yeah, but they're trying to monetize D&D in every way possible for that new edition,
and that's why they're going to buy Roll20.
So
because they want to take over the online market.
I'm gonna disagree, but the reason I'm gonna disagree, so that one's worth a lot of points if you get it right. I'm gonna disagree because I didn't make this as a prediction, but I think they're just gonna come out with their own. I think they're not gonna, because currently Roll20 for the basic, it's still free for people. Like your DM usually has to pay something, but everyone else it's free and stuff like that. I think they're gonna do their own separate system. I don't think they're gonna use Roll20. I think they're gonna come up with something and D&D. I don't know, Adventureland or whatever they're going to call it, but it's going to be their own thing.
Yeah, I'll disagree too.
Yeah, I mean, I hope none of that happens, but
yeah, I really do hope none of that. Please don't do. Oh my god, I can't even.
It's like I'm disagreeing, but I think it's just because the actual truth is going to be darker than what you came up with.
Exactly, it's going to be even worse.
Oh no.
I'm disagreeing because I I hate corporate America.
Yeah. Dan, it goes to you for your 5th. Then.
It does go to me. All right, so I've done this because I've jumped around. Now I have to like. Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
Then you could have crossed them out and reordered them.
You could.
I know, pretty much. You know what? I'll go to an easy one, and then I can spice it up. I have spicy ones. I will paint my entire Dweghome army, which, by the way, is not everything that I have on the table. So, from just to give you an idea, it's the 2 starters. So that's already 102 models? No, hold on.
Yeah, each starter is about 50 models.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
I think mine is a little bit less. No, right? Because it's 24 models times 4 plus 2. Oh, it's 98. Yeah. Plus, there's another 12 models because the Fire Forged. Plus 3 for the Automata. The Dragon adds another one. And I think I ordered like 5 characters. 120 models. I'll paint 120 models this year. But it's just going to be the Dweghome.
So a few things I want for clarification here. One, you personally will paint.
Yes. I will not hire someone to commission.
And not a single model. Every model will be your own paint.
Yep.
Okay. And you're giving yourself the full year.
I'll give myself the full year.
Then yeah, obviously I agree. You're gonna have
I mean,
that's ridiculous.
Oof.
If you said like in the next month, I'd be inclined to agree still.
Yeah.
Knowing the way you think.
Yeah, exactly. Steve's like,
I remember when there were like 400 demons on Dan's table, and like a week later, he was like, "All right, guys, I'm done."
Yeah.
well,
You give
actually, that's
yourself a
another
full
one
year,
of my. That's another one of my things, by the way. The demons, because they're not.
So here's the other question though.
Yeah.
What's the cutoff? Because these armies are still being supported. New models are coming out. Like
Exactly.
in January, I get 2 or 3 new units.
The cutoff
So
will
what's your
be
cutoff?
2 months. Give myself November. So if I buy something in November, it has to be painted by the end of December.
Oh, I still agree.
All right. Are you ready for the spicy?
Please.
Yeah, because I think we both agreed, right? You agreed, Steve?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's spice this up by August.
No. Oh, you want to make this more difficult?
No, by August.
I still agree.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you'll have it done by August.
No, I don't think I'll have them done by August. Actually,
100%, I agree with that.
I appreciate the.
Well, you're stuck. You're stuck to the upgrade now, but I
Yeah.
still agree. Steve, do you agree or disagree now?
120 models by August.
120 models, and they're all like line infantry. What? I'm glad I did this
Plus
one before
anything else
my
he
other
buys
one.
by that point. Wait, so what's your cutoff by?
Oh, cut off for that one? 2 months again. So I got to go backwards. June. So if I purchase any Dweghom in June, they have to be done by the end of August. So it's always 2 months.
I mean,
I'm glad I did this one before my other prediction, because the other prediction would have ruined this one's points.
Yeah. No, I still agree.
I think you're going to have this.
Yep.
Okay.
We both agree.
I'm not upping
just
it more.
because you paint so much so fast.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now I feel bad about the next one.
I
This is
deploy
gonna be
my army, and you have a whole new tank painted.
That is funny. That still brings me a lot of laughter.
All right. I mean, let's put it this way: we kind of need it done because then we're not going to do battle reports with unpainted miniatures. So
True.
I need to agree with you because I need to see them done. Either way.
All right.
All right. So, for my next one, we'll go back a little bit. I'm just getting one bit of information so I can talk about it. So, this year is supposed to see the release of the new Dungeons and Dragons movie, Honor Among Thieves, starring Chris Pine and all kinds of people and all. I'm going to say that the movie is going to be very well received, which will be the first time for a D&D movie. And the way we're going to judge that is an audience score of 85% or better off of Rotten Tomatoes.
Audience score.
Yep. I don't care what critics think.
Yeah.
For comparison, The Book of Vile Darkness, a previous Dungeons & Dragons movie, has a 26.
Oh my god.
And I'm sure I can look up the others. Most of them are not great.
And your heart set on 86?
85.
Yep, disagree.
I disagree because nerds are going to rage because they can.
I think they're going to
I saw what happened.
It will get review bombed specifically because it can be.
No, I got you. I got exactly what. Because I remember the moment the trailer came out, nerds were fucking upset that the druid transformed into an owlbear. They fucking lost their shit. No.
I think people are going to love it. I think there'll be some bombing in the beginning.
Oh, people are going to like it, but it's going to get review bombed. It's not going to hit
not
86%.
Yeah,
85.
85. I keep hearing 86.
Why would I do 86 is a weird number. I would never do that.
No, that's what I said in my head.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I can get some points done on that one. I'm happy about that. All right.
It's going to be at like 84%. And you're going to be so mad.
Dave's other prediction as he researches how to do botting and starts botting the...
Nah.
Starts bot voting the goddamn...
Usually what a lot of times these sites will do is to help prevent review bombs and all. Sometimes they don't let you review until the thing is out. They do take some measures. It's never perfect, but they do try to take some measures. All right, Dan, funny. What are you messing with over there?
I'm clipping something.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it perfect. Loud as day. Steve, it goes to you for your next one then. All right, at least I finally got one that I feel confident with.
Okay.
You guys disagree with.
So, There is going to be a new generation of FDM printers. That's the spaghetti string ones, if that makes sense to people. It's going to bring cheaper dual extrusion to the mass market. That means it has like two different filaments, either like a filament material, like a model and a support, or two color for model.
Right.
Oh.
And to give a specific number to that, it's going to be at a price point of $250 or lower. It's going to be from one of the quote unquote major brands.
No.
Okay. Well, so
because right now, on sale for $299, you could get one from FlashForge, which is like the peripheral of what I would consider a major brand.
So let me get some qualifiers. Let me make sure I have this right. So it's a new FDM printer, and it needs to do 2 types of extrusion?
Yes, it has to have 2 material extrusion.
How
on the base kit, not as an upgrade. It's been a technology for like 40 years.
No. So the 2 type extrusion. That part I'm talking about. Okay.
It is a thing. Most printers that are pre-configured with it are in like the $2,000 range. There's one
that's $250. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah,
and you said,
but there's one right now that markets at like $400. That's on sale for $299.
And you're talking about one full price or sale price?
No, like the market price will be $250.
Okay. No. If you said 400, I'd be way more inclined to agree with you.
But we're already there at 400. That's why it's
exactly. No. There's no way they'd cut that price in half, especially if it's a new technology. No,
it's not new technology.
It's not new technology. It's a mass.
I haven't actually checked, but I know a lot of 3D printing explosions right now, like the explosion of popularity and all that, and affordability, is because patents have been running out over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
That's why filament got popular at a cheap, low quality, and then it's been getting cheaper at a higher quality as time goes on. Whereas now, at this point, you get like an Ender 3, and in like 30 minutes, have it chugging stuff out that actually comes out decent. Same deal with resin printing. It was like a high-end thing. And then, you had... I'm blanking on the names, but one company came out and like, okay, you get one for $2,000, good quality, kind of runs itself, blew up. Then another brand comes in like 4 years later, like, we could do the same thing for $600. And now you could get a resin printer for $170. $250 for a filament printer, I think, is very possible with the dual extrusion.
I'm going to agree. If only one, I do think you're right on that. I think patents running out. I think the technology people are seeing that if you want to be able to sell into the market, there's 2 ends you go. You go unbelievable high end, or you need to be cheap enough to make everyone want it. And I think we will absolutely see that. Plus, I would love to see it because I would love to have one. So, even if for my own personal desires, I do agree. I think we'll see it.
Okay.
I think we might see
this has to be sold as like a already set up thing, because right now you could buy on sale for I think like $70 a conversion kit to turn the Ender 3 into this setup of printer.
Yeah, no. When we look, like the Ender 5 will have this thing attached or something like that. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I understand. I do agree with that. Dan, I just want to go back 1/2 second to make sure I understood this. Steve did a thing of 1,000 points that you'll make of Sisters or Custodes, including Thunderhawk, and you agreed with that. Is that correct? Because then later you said you wouldn't buy any.
No, he said I would not.
No,
I said he will add 1,000 points. But
will add
the stuff he already owns but isn't built and painted will count.
Okay, so that's why he agreed with it. Because I was looking back, I'm like, wait, he agreed with that. Okay. I'm just checking.
I'm saying his army will grow by 1,000 points. Yeah.
Got it.
Basically, yeah, exactly. What I don't own right now, I already purchased. Yeah. That's why I'm hoping GW, please don't release a fuck. Please don't release a
You weren't listening, Dan. You had it exactly backwards, but it's fine. I've already recorded it. All right. Go ahead. What's your next prediction?
And this is why I did the other one first and not this one.
Okay.
Steve, I have the Khorne army that you so love, the Demon Army. I still have from like 8 months ago.
It doesn't matter. The dragon's gone. Doesn't matter. The dragon's gone.
No.
Whole army's useless.
70 blood letters unpainted.
Oh, God.
And And the reason is because I don't like painting line troops. I despise it with an undying passion. At least custodians are like very different in the way they pose, so it gives me some joy. But something like bloodletters, I'd like want to die. I am going to predict that I'm going to finally paint those 70 bloodletters.
Absolutely.
No, hold on. By February.
How many do you currently have done? Like, how many have you already finished? Not counting the 70 that are not done yet.
40.
Wait,
Sorry,
40
50.
are done? So you're saying 30?
No. 50.
40
I have
are
120.
Yeah.
I have 120. 50 are done. I stopped at 70. And I was like, never again.
So you still have 70 to do entirely?
Yes, entirely.
And now
by
when you
February,
say February,
end of February.
Yep. Okay.
I don't think he's going to do it.
Because remember, this also contradicts with the Dwegholm army that I have now.
I don't think he's going to do it because I don't think he's going to have rules, and therefore he's not going to have motivation.
So that's exactly up. He knows.
So you're saying you will paint them?
I will paint them.
You're disagreeing with him painting it.
I disagree.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I don't think you're gonna get rules in time, and I think getting the Dwegholm done so you can actually play in our league, and all is gonna matter more. So I don't think you're gonna paint them. So we both disagree.
Yep.
All right.
This is gonna
quietly pulls out a brush, and for the rest of this podcast, he's gonna paint 20 of them by the time we're done recording this episode.
Actually, thinking about it, yeah, actually, you'll do it out of spite. I'll agree with you. Just to
out of spite, yeah. I just don't want to do it. I'd rather lose the point.
I'm going to agree that you're going to by February. The problem is by February. You know what? No, I'll still say
by the end of February. By the end of February.
I think you'll get them done, but I think it's going to be once a book comes out. I don't think you're seeing a book probably until like March.
Oh, okay, so like until the Demons of Rainstorm
of 2024.
Yes.
You have 2024.
I think when that comes out, then you'll know what to do with them, and then you'll feel more of that push because we know you're not doing a lot of 40K lately. So I don't think you're going to want to do Demons of the Runestorm until you get something nice and official.
All
right. You have a chance to prove us wrong.
Oh God, I like out of spite I want to do it, but then I'm like, it's only a point. I could lose it.
Yeah.
I hate painting line models.
All right.
Well, now it's a 4-point swing, and you're going to want to do it.
I know.
Yeah, it's a 4-point swing, but you also have all those Dwegholm.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We play with painted models. So, all right, my next one. So some of the ones I have left, not all of them, a few of them are more personal ones. So for context, I love the idea of watching shows. I just don't. Same thing with movies. I love the idea of watching a movie. I literally don't. So when I talk about shows here, I'm not talking about, like the normal TLC garbage that my wife and I will watch while she's on her phone and I'm painting or something like that. I'm talking about an actual show to sit down and pay attention to. Talking about, like the Amazon runs of, Mandalorian or The Witcher, or any of those sorts of things. So my prediction is that I will watch 7 shows to completion that fit that in terms of their season type arcs. They have to be 6 episodes or more. Last year I did 2. The year before I did
6
2
episodes. 6
so
of these
6
shows?
or more. Yes. So in other words, to count it as complete, it has to be something that has essentially 6 or more episodes. So like last year, the ones that counted for me were The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett. They're the only shows I watched. Not counting, like I said, TLC garbage or anything like that. I didn't watch any of the Marvel shows. I wanted to. I planned to watch every single one of them. I planned to watch all kinds of stuff. Didn't watch any of it. So I said I'm going to get through 7.
Yeah, no. No.
I mostly don't believe myself either on this one. This is more of like an aspirational goal.
Yeah, I was going to say, I laughed at this one. I'm going to just go no.
Yeah.
Based on what you told me, I'm also saying no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, last year, those are the only 2. I always had this idea of sitting and watching stuff. We have a bunch of stuff we're supposed to watch.
And
we haven't
now
started
he
any
has
of
to
it.
choose between paying attention to get to the points for watching shows or painting done. It's the same time out of the day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, because that's the other thing. I will not sit and paint while it's a show. Like these shows, like as we go across the year, I'll talk about any progress I make on this. If it's a show that I would paint during, then it don't count. It's got to be something that I actually want to sit and actively watch. So like I said, it would be if the ones I'm going to do, I'm sure of, will probably be the new season of Mandalorian. Beyond that, I don't know. I hope a lot of others. I hope maybe I'll go back and watch all those Marvel shows I've wanted to, that I've somehow haven't in the last 2 years they've been out. That, for me, I just hope I actually do it. I'd like to. All right, goes to Steve. Oh, and also now with editing and stuff like that, it takes even more time, so I watch even less TV. Steve for his next prediction.
All right, I'm gonna shift things around a little bit to go on to that television track.
Okay.
I think that Games Workshop will have an hour or longer animated film available for public viewing, aka it's not on Warhammer Plus.
Oh, it's not on Warhammer Plus.
I mean, it might be on it, but it's not restricted to it. For reference, right now, as of a couple weeks ago, I think, they have the prequel to the Blood Angel series available for viewing on YouTube.
Wait a minute.
That's about 20, 30 minutes long.
Did you not see the trailer for the new movie they're releasing?
Well, I know it's coming, but we don't know whether it's behind that Warner Plus paywall.
I know, that's the problem. Oh, Dave,
I'm saying it's be an hour-long thing outside the paywall. Maybe it's behind Amazon or Netflix or something, but it's not going to be behind Warhammer Plus.
You know what? Because you made the stipulation of Amazon or Netflix, I'm going to agree with you.
Like, it can't.
Had you said
it's just not Warhammer Plus.
Yeah, I'll agree with you.
It can be those.
I say it'll be behind a paywall. Maybe not Warhammer Plus, but it's still going to be behind a paywall. So if you're going to remove the paywall,
so you tell me a little bit about this movie that's supposed to come out.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I think I saw pictures.
So to fill you in, remember the Warhammer 9th edition trailer they released?
Yes.
Okay, it's the same exact assets, but now there's a movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we know? And this movie's only supposed to be about 30 minutes. That's what you're talking about.
No. So right now, the Angels of Death prequel is on YouTube, and it's about like 20, 25 minutes long.
Okay.
I'm saying it's be an hour-long or longer film released.
And so there's this new one coming out. We have no idea length. So it theoretically could meet your goal.
It could.
Yes.
Or it might not.
It could.
And by the way, for her reference, the last movie they did was an hour long. It was the really bad Ultramarine movie that they did. But this
we watched from a crag.
Yeah, my God, Jesus.
And this one looks a lot all better, they did for 45 out of the 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, the other times they shot bolters both effectively and ineffectively. Like, things died, kinda.
See, it's the paywall. But see, I'm going to agree because I think that they're going to not put it behind. I'm sure they're not going to put it behind Warhammer Plus, but they are absolutely going to put it behind a paywall, such as Amazon or Netflix, or they're going to still somehow monetize it in a way. I don't think it's going to be free. So I'm going to agree with you.
Do we know when this new one is supposed to drop, or a name or anything? I'm trying to look up some information about it. I don't know anything about it. Because I feel like that's the thing that
they just released it. Hold on. Warhammer Community.
Did they just talk about it?
Yeah, it was literally...
It's called Pariah Nexus.
Yeah, right there. It's on the right-hand side of... Yep.
I see.
And the trailer is incredible. Like, the trailer is actually legitimately incredible.
I guess
the voice acting looks incredible. The graphics look incredible. Funny enough,
the dialogue isn't terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It looks like the guy who animated Astartes is doing this one. Because it's kind of his style of 3D.
Is it?
Yes.
Because this literally looks like the 9th edition release trailer to me.
It's a little bit more darker. Is that a way to put it?
Now, you said, so animated show. So if this comes out, not necessarily movie.
It's going to be an hour. It's going to be an hour or more of content outside of the paywall.
Okay.
As one, thing.
Okay, so if, Pariah Nexus is, 7-10 minute episodes, that would count.
Wait, when you said outside the paywall, you mean all paywalls or just Warhammer Plus?
Warhammer Plus. Outside
Warhammer Plus. I still agree.
Because they want to use this to bring people into Warhammer that just watch sci-fi whatevers.
I don't give GW that much credit. I'm going to agree with you.
Here's the thing. It's been 5 years since they had a good idea. So, this is the point where they have the good idea. This is the time slot where their good ideas happen.
I totally want to hope.
I'm gonna disagree because I think this one in their article they say it should drop in 2023, but also I don't think we'll get that much time out of it, or it will be locked away. Because one, whatever they're doing with Henry Cavill is not going to come out this year. I don't know what it is, or at least won't get that much. I mean, maybe if they
Also,
drop it
remember,
early, that's great.
Eisenhorn was announced with Amazon like 4 years ago.
True, and plus you said animated, so if it's a live
I did
action,
say animated, correct?
Yeah, I'm going to disagree. I don't think it's going to happen. I'd like to see it happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. All right, it goes to Dan.
Oh God, I'm all mixed up. What was the next thing? Okay, I talked about I got to start marking these.
You should. Why would you mark him to start with?
Oh, here's an easy one. I got this one.
Okay.
Just going back to Horus Heresy a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to, and this is hard because I have a kid and sometimes I can't do it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to play at least one 30K game a month during an event. Actually, no. Let's make it a little bit harder. I'm gonna try to at least attend one 30K specific event a month because I don't get enough time to do it in Maplewood.
Is there enough events every month for that to be even a thing?
Yes. Technically, I can drive up to Massachusetts for an event.
So every month of this year,
yep,
you're going to do a 30K specific event.
Yes. So I can get hopefully 12 good games or 12 good events of 30K in.
I think you play more 30K than you realize because you can play on most Fridays as well as you want. Okay, how many months currently do you have events lined up for?
1.
just January then, right?
Just January.
All
the rest of it, because the rest I play by ear. Sometimes it'll fall on something I can't do. Sometimes, I'm going out with my daughter. Sometimes, so like I'm going to try to play at least one event or go to one. I shouldn't say play one event a month of 30K specifically.
Okay.
I do love the game system and I do like the events.
So what classifies it as an event?
Oh, how the hell do I explain that one?
Well, because here's
the exactly.
Thing, so if we play on, so obviously
on a Friday, we play on a Friday, it doesn't count. Yeah, no.
But if we are in the middle of a league or something, would that count?
No, absolutely not. No. When I say event, I mean like let's say the league has an event. It's not like a league game. Let's say the league actually has an event. Like, I don't know. Let's say we're doing a league, right, Dave? And then at the end of March, there's an event. Take 1,000 points of what you painted, and there's a narrative, and that's an event. Like, that's an actual event. Or, for example, the Mordheim thing I'm in, right? Mordheim has an event the 21st, right? Am I correct in that?
I have no idea. I'm not doing Mordheim.
Steve, when's the event for Mordheim?
The opening event, the 21st.
21st. That would be an event for Mordheim, but I'm not going to count all the side campaign games I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what I mean by
it's a day specifically designed for that with maybe a theme.
Yes.
Is a good way to put it. Like I said, it makes sense that we wouldn't count on Fridays, but if we randomly decide a bunch of us to play on a Saturday, that's not necessarily an event.
No, that's not an event. There's like a narrative. There's
Okay. I don't want to say premeditated.
Should I say cost? I think this is what I should say cost because most events have a cost, right? I can't think of any time I didn't pay for.
That was something that requires a sign up.
Ooh, I like that one. Something that requires a sign up.
So you will attend one 30K specific event that requires a sign up because that's actually the best way to indicate
quantifiable,
that it's a real event.
Because a sign up, every event that I've gone to needs a sign up because there's a limited amount of space. So absolutely, I'll say it like that. That's perfect.
Okay,
thank you, Steve.
Sounds great. Not a chance.
Jesus.
Now, every
30K,
month? No.
Is that specifically like the 28 mil Age of Darkness game, or are we including Titanicus? Okay.
No, not including Titanicus.
Okay. Are we allowing you to host an event every month that requires signups?
You know what? Hold on. That's actually a good question. I'll let Dave retract it. No, because I do want to start hosting stuff. It will count if I host it.
Okay. So
in which case, at least 5 people have to attend.
Yeah, you have to set a number on the people then.
Actually, so no, 5 is weird. 6. I'll say 6.
Well, 5 plus yourself makes 6. Yeah.
Oh, got it. Well, 6. I'll include myself. 6.
I think that's the minimum to call an event. That's like a local event.
6 would be 3 tables. 3 tables worth. That's enough.
I'm going to disagree so that you get more points when you do it.
Yeah, I start running disagree. Events. I like your impetus for it. I think you have a chance of doing it, but I when you said every month, if you said like
12 by the end of the year.
No, you said every month.
Yeah, every month. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's not 12 by the end of the year.
12 months in the year. Oh, I see what you're saying, like double up on an event.
Exactly, because that wouldn't count for you.
I see. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
once a month.
I think you're going to miss one of the months. And I think you're just going to miss it because life's going to get in the way and stuff happens or we're doing something else. I think you'll get to 12 events, but I don't think you're going to do one each and every month. I think it's going to get to like December and your wife's going to be like, where do you think you're going? I don't think so.
Oh, spicy. Okay.
Yeah, I think something like that's going to
happen. Although she did let me go to PAX this year.
She did. Oh, yeah. Sorry, PAX in December. But, like one of those months. I think something's going to come up one of those months.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I did go out of order for one thing. So,
I don't even know where we're on. Is that number 7? It was number 7, right?
I believe so, yes.
That was 7. Yeah.
So now we're on to 8. All right. So, for anyone who doesn't know, I am an avid board game player personally. I've been wanting to put more content related to that up, especially as I get some stuff in, doing reviews and just different things. Originally, that was my intention for all of this, but I didn't really have other people that played enough on a regular basis to kind of make it about that. We went wargaming, which is the other passion I do. My wife does play some games with me. She doesn't, if anything is terribly complicated, she usually doesn't like to. I was able to get her to play Ark Nova, which isn't bad once you figure it out, but she won't play anything that's super complicated. So we do have a sort of goal of this year of each week playing something or just, spending that sort of time together. But my other goal is that I'm going to get my wife to play 15 brand new games to her. So I can already know the game, but they have to be brand new to her across the course of the year. Now, two sort of caveats to that. One, a good amount of what we bought at PAX, we've actually tried out now. We tried it out last week, but we are trying to get to my sister's house maybe monthly, and we do board games there, although most of what we have, she's played. I can get her, I think like in the home right now, maybe here's a good way to quantify it. In the home right now, for things I think she'll actually play, I think I got 5. Like she's never done Twilight Imperium. I'm not going to get her to play Twilight Imperium. But like of games she's never touched that are in the home, I would say I probably got 5. Escape room games, I will only count a total of once. So like they do those little box escape type games. I'm not going to count if we do a bunch of those. I'll count those once if we do any amount. Because like we might do some of those, but they'll only count once. So I'm saying 15 games that are brand new to her. She's never touched them.
Disagree.
Okay. On average, she doesn't play many. She likes some, but on average years, I would say she probably doesn't reach this number. But I'm trying to make it a purpose to do more.
I can see it. I'll agree.
Okay. I'm fine with that. All right. Yeah. My hope is yes. Not entirely sure. I would have to get some more games I think she'd actually like, because we've tried a variety of things. So we'll see. That's the hope, though. All right, Steve, it goes to your number 8.
Yep. All right. So I will have more points of Salamanders fully painted by the end of the year than Iron Warriors.
As a sort of quantifier right now, what do the numbers look like?
So right now I have 1,500 points of Salamanders done. To finished probably like 2,500 points of Iron Warriors, or at least like serviceably finished, like based on all that.
Yeah.
So we're talking painted and based. There will be more Salamanders finished than Iron Warriors. I've been doing Iron Warriors since 2015. I've been doing Salamanders since this time last year.
What do you currently own Salamander wise that's not painted? What's on the painting desk?
Okay. Yeah. Right now on my painting desk, I have a Tech Marine.
Okay.
a Praevian,
All right.
and 2 Vorax, and 2 Predator tanks.
The Vorax obviously aren't Salamander.
No, they are. They're
Oh,
keyword
okay.
salamanders.
Oh, because you're doing it
Praevian.
with Praevian. Okay. Okay, so you are
Yeah.
counting those, so they would be
Yep.
Salamander. Okay.
Yep.
So
And I
it's
might do
essentially
Brethren of
whatever you
Iron as
could
my legion.
take with
Right.
that. Okay.
Yes. Like, it's dedicated to my Salamanders army, based to match my Salamanders, which are on their own basing scheme compared to
Okay.
everything else I own.
Okay.
So to bridge the gap, I would have to hit probably about 3,000 points. So I have to double what I currently have done, essentially.
I'll
Unless
agree.
my Iron Warriors get reinforcements, in which case it gets harder for me.
Dan agrees. I'm going to agree as well, because I think that is what you want to be working on. I have the feeling like you kind of feel like your Iron Warriors you're in a good spot with. You want to do more Salamanders. I think you'll get it done. Do you want to?
Okay.
So you can up
I'll
it
up
if
it.
you want.
I'll up it.
Okay.
I will have at that plus it'll be at least 4,000 points of Salamanders.
So yeah, more points of Salamanders than Iron Warriors painted, and the Salamanders.
It's at least 4,000.
And you said currently you would say you have 1,500 points.
Yup.
Okay.
That's almost tripling.
Okay, there I'll disagree. I that's tough. I mean, so we've been at this for a while, so I don't know all your painting stuff, but I know you kind of need to like get really into the hobby mood to kind of get your painting done. You're not a more machine than man like Dan is at times, or where I try to set X amount of time every single day and all. You're more of like, you know, when the moon strikes, which is fine. Like, don't people shouldn't be painting more than they feel. Don't paint if it feels like
right now, I'm in the mood.
Yes.
Next week, I'd probably be off it for like a month.
Yeah. Off of that, and the fact that you now own some you own drop ship or drop fleet?
Drop zone.
Drop zone. That's it. Drop zone. We'll drop something. Now that you have that, and I think Dan's gonna get himself a small force to play against you. No.
I'm
gonna say I'm gonna disagree.
I've been burned.
You're ready to love again.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Agree or disagree with that upping? So he's gonna
agree.
4,000 points.
I'll agree.
Okay,
I'll agree to 4,000.
Okay, so I disagreed. So you're locked in there, but I like to see you do it. I think there might be something else that kind of like maybe interests you, or who knows, they release something else cool. All right, goes to Dan for his 8th.
Oof, okay. This one's going to be a hard one. I am going to play. This goes into the 30K, not the 30K game a month, but it's the same idea.
Okay.
So I'm going to play in an RPG. As you know, I'm in Franco's D&D campaign, and I'm going to last until the very end of it. Whether he closes it out, or like he ends it because we kill a pastry mancer, I'm not going to leave it. I'm going to stick around to the very end of that campaign. Or it doesn't have to be his. It's one RPG. An RPG could start in December. That's why.
Good.
January, February.
So the RPG must start in the first. You could put an end date of where the RPG has to be started by.
January, started by January, February, because it wouldn't make sense if it starts later. It's no fair. So it has to start in January, February. I must play in every single iteration of like our play dates, and if it finishes, I have to I have to be there to finish.
Okay, so since listeners are also going to get a chance to say what they think, for the RPG Dan's talking about, we're going to do D&D. It's every other Monday we're supposed to do, so we're going to have to talk about some other recording days as well, but we're doing some Mondays. The last RPG we did with Franco, who was running it, I want to say lasted maybe 4 or 5 sessions before we all died.
It was 5 months. It was about 4 or 5 months.
Well, yeah, but we played like once a month, so it was like 4 or 5 sessions. Yeah. I think that's a lock. I absolutely agree that you will. Because I don't think it's going to last terribly long. Nothing against that. I think either we're going to do something stupid, or like we'll play for a bit or go to something else. I don't see the campaign. I don't see the campaign taking over a year. and I don't see us living out over a year. So I think
shit. Okay.
one way or another.
Okay.
Do you have any other RPGs lined up that would begin in January, February? Because here's the other thing. If no other RPGs start, you don't get the points.
Exactly.
All right.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm saying no. Oh, wait, no, my apologies. I'm agreeing with you.
You're
that's
agreeing
the
with
only
me, yeah.
one. Yeah, I think you'll get through all the Francos because I think we'll do it like every other Monday for like 3 months and then it'll probably be done.
I will disagree because I know the realities of RPGs.
Yeah, that's true. There is a chance you just miss 1 week because something comes up that night.
Yep, that's exactly where I was. All right.
I think you'll make it because I think we're all going to do something stupid and get destroyed real early.
We'll get Pastry answered. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, though we did have a way to be immortal and someone turned off the machine. That's a story for another day. So, for my 9th, so if you follow the Board Game Geek Top 100, which actually I can pull it up so I can give some better numbers. Top 100. Let me pull that up so I have it to reference. Okay, here we go. So in the top 100, part of my goal is to own, like, I don't know. I currently own most of the top 10, but I want to try to get them and then go down from there. Currently, I don't know, since it came out in 2017, has been Gloomhaven the top spot. Some games have actually went above it, but it's rare to actually jump above it for more than a couple months. A few have. It is sitting at a rating of a geek rating. So we'll go off of the geek rating of 8.4 out of 54,000 votes. It is essentially the most popular game of all time. This year's release is Frosthaven. It is by the same company, the same designer, everything like this. This is their bigger, better, bolder, essentially version. There's particular differences. This one takes place further up in the country in a city of Frosthaven. The idea is that the town is almost non-existent. You're helping build it up. There's some differences. And once I get my copy, I'll do more of a review and discussion on it. So just trying to keep this short. I'm putting that Frosthaven will be the new top game on BGG, and its geek rating will be an 8.6 or better. So the current best geek rating is 8.446. So I'm going to say not only will it be the top game, but it'll get it over an 8.6. The top 3 games are 8.4s, and it goes straight to 8.2s and then 8.1s.
No.
So it's just the score we're looking at, right?
Score, and that it will be. So yes, essentially it's going to be the top game, and it's scored by geek rating, not average rating, because the average ratings can get it to 8.6. By geek rating will be 8.6. Current best is 8.4 for any game.
Yeah, I'm going to say no.
I will agree.
All right.
Wait, agree
Yeah, he's going to agree that it'll get there.
Oh, okay, got it.
I assume that's what you meant. There was no way I was going to up it, even if you both agreed, because I think it could do an 8.6. I think that's possible. I don't think it's likely, but I think it could absolutely happen. And I think there's a lot of hype, and we have to wait and see. But I don't know. It's just going to be tough. It also needs tons of reviews and votes and all stuff like that. For context, one of the other newest games, Ark Nova, which came out last year, ranked number 4, is at 8.2 with 22,000 votes. So it's going to need a lot. And the more recent Gloomhaven from 2020, Jaws of the Lion, is 8.2. So it's tough. But, all right. Steve has agreed with most of my stuff. Steve believes me. I like that. Thank you.
You're a trustworthy kind of guy.
I am.
Exactly.
He gets me points, though. All right, Steve, you're second to last.
All right. So speaking of trustworthy, some quick questions for you just to verify I'm in the right ballpark here.
Yes.
You currently have 2 Horus Heresy armies, right?
Me, yes.
The Death Guard and the Dark Angels?
I do.
All right. How far along, roughly, would you say they are?
My Dark Angels, probably about 3,000 points fully painted. My Death Guard's probably short of 1,000, but I have enough stuff to get them to 3K if I built it and paint it.
Okay. I'm going to say you start a third 30K army this year.
Oh. Okay, hold on. What were we on?
Either you're gonna get
by army.
caught up. Mm-hmm.
Do you mean HQ and 2 troops, like the bare minimum for an ally?
Like it will be a new faction. Like maybe it's allied in, but it's gonna be a new.
Oh,
faction.
I'll agree with that. I'll agree.
So
with
either
that.
it's a new legion or it's a Mechanicum army, not Mechanicum robots in your Death Guard or in your Dark Angel, but as its own.
Oh, like its own army. Oh,
yeah. I mean, it could be an allied detachment, but like it has to be its own army. If that makes sense.
Wait. So maybe a good way to think about it is it would have to be something that I could run outside of an ally. So I'm allowed to ally them, but I'd have to be able to run it outside because that way I can kind of like fit and play a game with it.
Okay, how about this? It can't fit in the same primary detachment as the rest of your army, right? So like with Brethren of Iron, you could run Mechanicum robots as part of your legion, right? But this would be something outside it.
Okay.
What's an allied detachment?
Imperial Knights would
one
be
troop and HQ.
One troop, one HQ. Yeah.
So I'll say if you make it, no, because I'll still agree with you.
So are you allowing the ally part? So if I got like one troop and one HQ, you would get it. Or are you saying one HQ, 2 troops, and something else to kind of
minimum of 3 units, but it could be an allied detachment. So for example, an HQ, a troop, and an elite.
Okay, so three
units. It's a third faction.
Got it. Okay.
And you say he's not going to start, or he is going to start?
He will.
No, he said I will.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Oh,
How much discipline do you have?
If they come up with Plastic Mechanicum, that's the problem. He also predicted the fucking Plastic Mechanicum, so he's double playing. He's double dipping.
Yeah, but
he knows what he's doing.
No, but that doesn't mean I want Plastic Mechanicum.
Yeah, it is.
It's the Solar Auxilia that'll do him in. It's the Solar Auxilia.
No. Trying to paint those would actually literally do me in. So here's the difficulties. Here's the difficulties thinking about that. I'm working on Conquest. I know a couple of guys are doing Flames of War, so I'm. Do they have most of the army? So I probably don't need any of that if I feel like playing. The question is like, what would I even do? I was considering some of those night boxes where they did the night with the 4 armigers because like that's kind of cool.
That's right. I forgot about nights.
Yep,
yeah, but those things are. But here's the other thing: those boxes are 1, sold out, and 2, they're not even on the store anymore. Like they don't treat it like it even existed. I think because it was super popular and they probably lost money on it to some extent. Let me think. Am I going to start another Marine army? I don't think so. I think I'm good on Marines. Custodes are garbage.
Oh, fuck you.
Mechanicum, if it came in plastic.
I think it's going to be Mechanicum. I think if Mechanicum in plastic, I think you will buy. I 100% think you would buy.
Across the full year.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Steve
man, that's
here.
rough. Since I feel that Mechanicum box will come out this year, I don't know what's going to be in it, but I do fully feel we'll get that Mechanicum box. I will agree. But like you said, the 3 units. So to me, that's probably that box. So I'll agree.
Okay.
I'm probably going to disagree if you up it though. In any way,
I will up it.
Okay.
Now this one you might agree with this one.
All right, let's see.
So in addition to you starting a third 30K army, Dan will purchase models for a new army. He might not. He might immediately like change his mind and sell them on, but he will buy models for another army. And go,
are we talking specifically 30K?
Yes. Yes.
For another army, not Custodians, not Sisters of Silence,
and not your demons, and not your mechanics.
So it has to be. So it has to be. Yeah, the only one left is a Legion or Solar Ox.
Legion or Solar Ox or
Knight. Oh no, I have Knights. So Militia, it'd be Militia, Solar Ox, Legion. Oh, hard disagree. Oh wait, but I
don't know. Oh wait, there's the Alpha Legion.
No, it's not that. I actually like the Karanite.
Oh, remember how they announced those bikes are coming out?
I know, that's exactly the plastic bikes is the problem. Oh, fuck.
It's almost like he knows. Well, you got added, so I'm going to make you agree or disagree first.
I'm going to disagree. I don't think it's going to be enough to have me start an army, only because I bought myself the Conquest. And I think that's gonna that and the
That's a
Ares I
shame because they
bought.
would because the bikes match your Battlefleet Gothic perfectly.
Now here's the thing. Hold on, pause. Oh, they do. Oh, they do. Oh,
And then your
oh,
space and your ground forces will match. It's
oh
perfect.
my God, it's true. All right, hold on. No, you know what? No, because I bought the Ares finally, and that's going to take me a while to build because that's the big Thunderhawk-ish Custodes vehicle. That's going to take me 2 or 3 months to build and paint. The Conquest is going to take me a little while. I have to get points by painting these stupid blood letters. God damn it. Hate that. I'm going to say no. I'm going to disagree.
All right.
That's going to flip me to a
All
disagree.
All right. I think I'm still going to agree. So you can't up it anymore because Dan disagreed. But I think I'm still going to agree because I think that Mechanicum set will be enough that I don't think I'll build them to a full army. I think they'll keep them at an ally level. But I think that sounds fun. And I think Dan will buy something towards a new army. He might even just buy it for the fun of working on it, something like that. But I think you'll find one model.
Some kid's gonna come out. It's like, ooh, okay.
Honestly, and I'll tell you right now,
I know I disagreed.
But if Karenite ogres come out in plastic, that might switch me to go into an ally. Yeah. That would be the killer for me. Because I like the Karenite ogres a lot.
All right, Dan,
so
you're
I'm
nice.
getting 2 points off that one.
Yeah.
All right. This is a funny one. It's a meme, but I want this to happen. And it's very simple. I'm not going to up it in any way. I'm going to win a game of Twilight Imperium this year.
That requires finishing game Twilight Imperium.
No, we did.
You know that, right?
So, Steve, if you don't know, it's our yearly tradition at Maplewood Hobby to bring in food and we play a game of Twilight Imperium with Rich, the store owner. The game's usually we played one.
You're touching your microphone.
Oh, sorry, that was me. I tapped by accident.
I know you did it. You're the one who does.
I have done it. Yeah. We did one. Was it last Thursday? This Thursday.
We play about every 6. It's a schedule about every 6 months. Although we can play more often. I would like to play more often.
It's every 6 months, and the games usually take about 7 to 8 hours. But I want to win a game of Twilight Imperium. At least.
How close did you come to winning the last game? Because I wasn't able to stay.
I was mid. So I wasn't we were 5 players. I was in 3rd place.
Okay. I'm gonna disagree, and here's why. I missed the last one because I was seeing family that day. But since I own the game, stuff like that, I want to arrange some of the times to play it. I'm hoping to arrange to play it maybe another month or 2. But I'm going to be playing, and there ain't no chance of beating me.
Ooh,
this game, Steve, is we like it's so funny. We get so into it. It's the funniest shit. I told Richard, I was like, hey Rich, you want to trade with me? 20% off my Conquest purchase. Rich, I'll let you win if you give me 20% off the Conquest purchase. This was like 6.5 hours in, and we were losing our goddamn minds.
Stop touching your microphone.
Yeah, I don't think you're winning, Dan. I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, but if you win, not only do you get a moral victory, but you also get a lot of points.
Yes, I know.
But no, I don't think you're gonna beat me. I'm gonna have to make sure I play in all those games though to be sure.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to start passing out like bribes and shit. Hey, Brett, you don't want to trade with you, right?
Straight up game. I got no problem. All right, 10th and final predictions. This took longer than I thought. It would be good that we'll have a short form of this. All right.
Yeah.
So this kind of goes in contrast to a few other predictions you guys had. So if we don't look at the Lord of War spots or the transports out of the base Legion, either, Astartes or, traders or any of that. If we look at the base units in those books, not counting Lords of War transports, I say that every unit from those 30K books will have a model in plastic in a dedicated Horus Heresy box. So Lords of War don't count. I know they're coming out with the Typhon or something like that as well. And transports, because I don't think we're going to get like a Charybdis in plastic or anything. But like the base unit. So all troop choices, the elite choices, all of that out of the base 30K book because the two books
So
are
you're
identical for
saying
base.
all infantry and
Infantry,
tanks.
bikes, the land, the Land Raider options, land speeder options, all of those. If it's a base unit, not a Legion specific, that is either not a transport or a Lord of War, they'll all have a 30k kit.
Include all the consoles or no? Because for your benefit, you probably shouldn't, because there's no way to release a Ventilator and a Praevian and a Medicae and a so on and so forth.
Consoles, no, but here's the other thing. So it's not kits that we can convert otherwise. So like right now, there's a Scout kit. You could run the Scout kit in 30k. That's fine.
But there'll be Scouts.
Yeah, but there'll be a box that'll say Horus Heresy on it in the essentially the black with the gray lettering and all that. Mm-hmm. That'll be their own Scouts and everything. From like I said, from the base list. Book. Yeah, from the Marine list, from the base Marine book.
So I'm going to disagree because I don't think we're getting everything this year.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree.
All right. I'm not sure if we will, but I'm kind of curious if we will.
I would have had to see a slightly more aggressive schedule in the last few months. It slowed down a lot once like October, November hit to one release every 2 to 3 weeks instead of like the 3 releases a week it started out as. If it kept that aggressive schedule, I mean, they would have lost potential sales because people of wallet fatigue, but they've gotten it all out. I don't think they're going to get it all out.
All right. I'm not sure. I think they will. I think what you might see, unlike they did for the Predators, where it's 2 separate kits, I think for some of the Sakarans, they might make it where there's just a weapon sprue or something like that. I don't think they're going to come out with like literally 6 different Sakaran separate options. But I think they'll give you all the options somehow. But all right. I'm kind of that's me just hoping because I don't want to deal with more resin.
I agree. I could 100% agree there.
Yeah. Steve, for your last.
All right. Pick. This one's a bit of a meme. Custodes will still not get rules for the plastic Terminators.
Oh!
And Horus Heresy.
Actually, so let me rewrite my last one because that's actually mine. So I'm going to rewrite mine.
Really?
You explain. I'm saving the best for the last. You piece of shit. I hate you so much. Pause. They didn't release, I know they released Solar Aux, the Legend, what the hell are they
Legacies.
Called? Legacies, right? They released Solar. They didn't release any for Custodes, did they?
Nope.
No.
And it's been already past a couple weeks. I don't think they're even getting Legacies. Because all that you would add to Legacies is a Land Raider. And that's maybe a Thunderhawk. God, I was hoping for a Thunderhawk. God, I was hoping for a Thunderhawk. That instantly would have been a purchase. I've already said that.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so are you Dave, you discuss while I rewrite my last one.
All right. Oh, wait, so are you agreeing with that then? That they will not get...
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. Yeah.
All right.
I want to disagree. I'm putting it out this way. I want to disagree so hard. So hard. But I know they're not going to do it. Even though it would sell them much more models.
So I don't know Custodes quite as well. So when you talk about plastic Terminator... Is this a custom model? You're talking about like
they're currently the Custodes currently are pretty much all plastic with the exception of 2 specific models. The 40K bike, the Virtus Praetor, right? It does not exist in 30K. You could only use the Agamatus, which is that really ugly dick bike model.
Yeah, I know.
Most people use the 40K model because one, it's a third of the price. A little under a third of the price, and it looks better in my opinion. The last plastic model that does not have a 30K specific model, even though some people like we did it in our podcast. I showed you the picture where some people converted to a Heteron, but the Alaris, that actual model, like the Alaris Terminator, does not technically have rules in 30K, even though it's alluded that they existed in 30K. And I have to agree with Steve. I don't think they're getting rules. Even though it makes 0 sense, they can sell more models this way. It absolutely would get more people into the hobby and to play Horus Heresy. I absolutely think GW is not thinking that far ahead. Mostly because how the Custodes book is written as well. So I'm going to agree with Steve.
So what I should do is play the game a little bit more here because I think some of my picks were agreed with a whole bunch or points-wise. I think it's going to struggle. But you know what? I will disagree. I think once Demons of the Runestorm come out, I think you're going to then see maybe some Legacies units. And I think they'll give it to them sooner or later because it's an oversight that they didn't throw it in. Or they're going to want to just sell the kit. So I think it will happen. So I'm going to disagree. I think in the full year, I think you'll see it happen at some point. Yeah.
You really think Alliance are going to? Oh God, I wish I want to be faithful and tell you and agree with you, but no, I don't think. I think they're going to be idiots and they're not going to give Virtus Praetors or Alaris rules. Even though you only mentioned Alaris. By the way, was your up going to be Virtus Praetors as well?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't think either one. You could have upped it, and I would have still agreed with you. I don't think GW is smart enough to do that. I think if Custodians get a Legacies, which is really late for now, Legacies, I'm surprised. They'll get Land Raiders. They'll get, God, please, a Thunderhawk. Please, I hope a Thunderhawk. Because that doesn't count against my buy a Custodians model, by the way. Oh, wait, does the Thunderhawk count against buy a new army? Technically, no, because now
not
Custodians
if it's part of your Custodians army.
Exactly. Okay, so
yeah.
So Custodian, so that one doesn't break any rules.
Custodes can't take it and you buy it.
Exactly. I was gonna say, but I think if there's a Legacies, exactly. If there's a Legacies, it's gonna be a Thunderhawk, possibly a Land Raider, and that's literally it. I literally think that's it.
All right. Dan, do you have your last guess?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I had this as my 11th. I took it out because I didn't think we talked about video games, but you did talk about video games.
No, I talked about. There's other ones I could have. I just didn't have any thoughts.
So my last one is going to be actually about the video game that's coming up. So as you know, Darktide released, and Darktide has gotten really mixed reviews.
Yeah,
Fat Shark, I love Fat Shark. Don't get me wrong. Vermintide 2 is one of the best games I've ever played, but on release for that first 8 months, Vermintide 2 is one of the worst games I've ever played in my entire life. It sucked hard. Of course, after 6 to 8 months, Fat Shark fixed everything. They changed everything around. But it took 6 to 8 months of work. You would think Fat Shark learned, but when Darktide released, it is, as of recording this podcast, just a horrible mess. It's a good game, but no. I think Space Marine 2, when it releases, will have this is the problem. I don't know, is there a video game site that does a average review from all the reviews? Is that Metacritic?
Yeah, you can get Metacritic and stuff like that for it.
Is Metacritic? I think it'll have a Metacritic review of 85% or higher from the players.
Do you know how Metacritic works?
Is Metacritic? I thought it was an aggregate score of all the reviews,
review sites. Yes.
Oh, review sites. Does it not do player?
Well, Metacritic, it's an aggregate of a variety of different spots for scores.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be both sites, what people think. Yeah, it's a variety of things.
So I'll do, I'll stick with what I said. 85% from Metacritic. 85%. And I didn't even do any, this was just 11th one. I did zero research on this, but because I have access to a computer right now, just to check, because now I'm curious.
Because here's the thing: if it doesn't come out that year, you automatically lose this one.
No, it is coming out this year, though. It is coming out this year.
That's what they're saying.
Oh, so there is a user score. There is a user score. Good. So I'm not going to say it's not the average review. I'm going to go with user score. That's what it's called. Okay. 8.5. I can't say 85.
Okay, so user scores. Got it.
8.5. Because it doesn't do by hundreds. It does it by decibel tens. So it's going to be an 8.5 user score. Yeah. So Space Marine is a 7.5. Let me see here. Oof, that's actually pretty low.
Well, you know why? You know why Space Marine's low, right?
Why?
Because online was terrible.
Okay.
It was the most laggy experience ever.
Dawn of War is 8.7. Dawn of War 2 is 8.1. And let's do Mechanicus, because Mechanicus... And by the way, I'm ignoring, obviously...
Space Wolf?
No. What the hell is it called? The Total War. Because Total War, I think... Mechanicus 8.1. So it looks like most of their newer releases are around 8.1-ish. 8. So I'm going to say Space Marine is going to be 8.5. Space Marine 2. I think it's going to be an 8.5. It's a little higher than normal because the highest one they have is Dawn of War 2. Actually, let's see if Battlefleet Gothic. Let me see Battlefleet Gothic. Nope, both of them are in the 8.0, 8.1. Interesting. Yeah, so 8. I think it's going to be one of the highest rated. Not the highest rated, but it's going to be 8.5. I think it actually might tie it with the highest rated. Give me another 40K game, because that's actually interesting. Can you think of one?
Final Liberation from the 90s.
Okay, Final Liberation. Let's see. To be determined. That one doesn't have a score. 8.0 though on a user score. 8.0. Oh man, okay, so this might be actually the highest rated one. Oh shit. I may have bit off more than my chew. But I said what I said. 8.5 on the user score.
Fire Warrior. Everyone loves Fire Warrior.
Oh my god, no, Fire Warriors can't have that much. No, hold on. Now you got me curious.
Ooh.
Fire Warrior. Is it one word? Ooh, yeah, no.
No.
What was the score?
Well, 6.8.
Yeah. I mean, it's a passable game. It's wasn't great, but it was fine for
Think of
It's
any
a
other
game.
games.
It was complete upon delivery. Can't say that about most games nowadays.
No, 8.5. I think it's going to tie with Dawn of War, which is the highest rating of... Oh, wait, there was another one. Hold on, shit. Dawn of War. Dark Crusade actually might have the highest. Dark Crusade has the highest. It's 8.8. But that's another Dawn of War game. That was a Dawn of War actually expansion.
Mm-hmm.
So 8.8. I think it's going to be one of the highest rated. 8.5 user score. What do you guys think? That's a hard. I thought I was like, oh, this is gonna be easy. No, this one's actually a much harder.
Does it have confirmed multiplayer?
That's a good question.
It's got
Space Marine 2.
There's no chance they wouldn't do multiplayer.
Yeah, you say that, but Fat Shark.
Because I think the multiplayer will hurt it because I feel like it won't be smooth on release. And I think it'll be released late enough into the year that they won't have it fixed in time to fix reviews.
Does not mention multiplayer in the slightest. I can't find an article that mentions multiplayer. That's normal Space Marine. Apparently there are leaks of some files from DLC images, but oh wait, some people are saying there's multiplayer, so I guess maybe they mentioned it somewhere.
There's going to be multiplayer.
Okay, yeah, so there's going to be multiplayer then. Apparently there's co-op. I didn't even know that. Oh, okay, interesting.
I'm going to disagree because I anticipate multiplayer connectivity issues.
So that locks me.
Do we have a month of when it's supposed to come out?
That release date 2023.
That's all they've said so far?
Yeah, let me see. Maybe there's a release date.
If it was first quarter, they would have told us when already. Even second quarter, they'd have a target.
I think it's going to be second or third quarter.
So it's going to be later in the year, which means it won't have time to get patched.
They're saying around May to June. They're saying May to June, so second quarter.
I'm going to disagree as well. And I think part of the reason I'm disagreeing there is, one, I think there's a chance, especially with the way the video games are lately, that there's a chance it slips to next year.
Ooh, so it's not the score you're disagreeing with. It's the
I don't know if it's going to get an 8.5. I think it might over time, but I think it's going to get a natural push back. And that's either going to make it release too late to get to the 8.5 because it won't be patched enough yet, or potentially even just drop from the year. Yeah.
And that gives, if it gets released in May and June, by December,
so basically we have the same problem.
That should be good enough. Yeah.
We have the same problem where it's not going to be finished in time. Either it's not going to be a finished release and it's going to cause it problems, or it's not going to be finished, period. And that's going to miss your date.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Plus, I think this one might get more market saturation, which can hurt it. Because let's say it's a really good 40K story, but not an amazing game. That will hurt its scores.
Yeah, and let's go back to 2012, right? You know what released at the same exact time as Space Marine? Mass Effect 3.
Oh god, and that game sucked so hardcore. I remember.
It was good overall.
Wait, was it 3 or 4 that sucked?
But 4 was the bad one, Andromeda.
4 Andromeda was the bad one, yeah. 3 was the end of the trilogy.
Yeah.
But see, everyone's excited about 3, so if you had $60 for a game, were you buying Space Marine or Mass Effect? You were buying Mass Effect because you were so hyped up for it. And I think Reach was the year before, and people were still buying it at that point. Yeah. Like, the competition for Space Marine 1 was bad, like, fierce. There were a lot of games coming out around then.
All right. Well, that gives us a very long list of predictions. A lot of disagreement, which is good. Keeps it interesting. There was tons of disagreement. There was some agreement, though. It looks like the only time people agreed together was one of Dan's and like 2 of mine. So Just as a quick reminder of how the point scoring system works, for the person who does the prediction, they get a point for being correct, they lose a point for being wrong, and they get a point for everyone who disagreed with them, both in terms of hosts or the public. Remember, there'll be a spot for the fans, and we'll take an aggregate of what the fans believe. So we'll take essentially the more popular option. For the two that are not making the prediction, you just get a point for being right. I said there will be a Google form put out when this episode is put out that will have all of our predictions in there. You can check boxes for agreeing, is my idea. You look at the form, but this is the idea, the way I want the form to look like. I just haven't made it yet. There'll be a spot for you to make your own prediction. Again, if you keep it about more gaming or nerd stuff in general, I can see if people agree on it. If you make it about yourself, that's fine. Obviously, you can put in like an aspirational goal, but like there's no way like other people are going to have the same aspirational goal unless it's a vague aspirational goal. But I want to see if people say something, and I will put down there as a tiebreaker for who they think is going to win. So the last thing we have to decide, gentlemen, is who do you think is actually going to win? I will start. I think so. My prediction of winner. Let me put it here. I gotta make a column for this. Winner. My prediction is that Dan will win.
Really?
So, yeah, this will be a tiebreaker. So between us and the public, yeah. I think you, because we disagreed with a lot of your stuff in spots that I disagreed, but I don't necessarily feel great about it. I think you might take it. It's to either of you guys. I don't know who you think. Plus, you guys agreed with him on a lot of my stuff, so I think you'll get points off of that.
I'm gonna say Steve is gonna win this one.
Okay.
I actually didn't think. Yeah, Steve is gonna win this one.
Okay.
I think most of my predictions are pretty damn close, and I have just enough dissent to put me over the edge. So I also think I'm going to win.
Okay, so you're also picking yourself. All right, and there'll be a spot for the listeners to be able to vote on who they think will win. So this will help us with tiebreakers in case there is any. All right, so what I'll do after this, I'll share this with you guys. We'll make sure everything looks good. I wrote down it as we described them. Once we have that, we'll post it up in the actual episode. Like I said, the goal is to have it out in about a day or two. We're going to keep the polls open for till probably end of March, because after that, some of the stuff might be starting to become known. I said there will be a question in there. I anticipate putting one question about things that you might want to see or hear about, so we just have some ideas of what people are interested in. But all right, other than that, I think we can close out the show. So as always, we do want to thank anyone and everyone who does listen. So this was released on whatever podcatcher you listen to, but if you want the link to be able to fill out and tell us what you think, that is available on the YouTube channel, which we have, where we put out all of our episodes along with some additional content like that battle report or battle reports once I get those put together. As well as we'll have this up on the Facebook, so I'll make sure there's links related to that as well. But, you know, if you're interested in doing this and letting us know what you think, please do fill it out. If you have to reach out to us, reaching out through email is fine. It's trainkickersnj@gmail.com, or through the Facebook. We have that there. The Discord, now that I'm off of work, I can actually finish working on that. Well, technically I'm off of work, but I am actually teaching one class, but we'll get to that. This week is the point to get all that stuff done, as well as battle reports edited and everything else that I'm doing. I'm also, at least me personally, it's you guys if you want to as well, I'm going to be taking some short videos related to where I'm at hobby-wise, because one of my goals is to paint tons of stuff. So I'm going to take some short videos related to what I have painted, what I'm working on, and what I still have to do, as also just a log to keep myself more honest about it and hopefully more motivated, because it's going to feel real bad if I had to put something up and say, yeah, this month I painted like 2 models. So I'll be putting some of those up on the YouTube as well. And if you guys want to, feel free. If you don't know how to put up, you just give it to me. I can put in the editing and all for it. All right. Other than that, on behalf of everyone here at the show, have some good hobby and some great gaming.